Welcome to MetalVice in 666. I'm your host, Brian, joining your other host,
Karen.
And we are going to be doing our Black Friday Record Store Day albums that we picked up. Since it's Black Friday and after Christmas, we have our Christmas shit up. Green light instead of red, and then we got our Christmas tree up with our Christmas sweaters. Our Christmas tree with our couple of Christmas ornaments for bands. Metallica and Louder Than Life are the only two.
We'll get more.
We'll get more over the years. We need to get more. And then the base for the skirt, since it's a mini tree, we use the scarf, and we use the scarf from Back to the Beginning, the Ozzy Osbourne Villa Park scarf that we got when we were there earlier. So that was kind of cool that we get to have this stuff up. But anyway, back to the Black Friday albums that we picked up. And we're just going to dive in and talk about what we get. We did an episode on what the list was. We dwindled that down.
And you go to the Reckless downtown.
Yeah, I went to the Reckless Records downtown in Chicago. They moved to a new location this year. By the time I got there, I think I got up later this year than I have in the past years. And I think I got there at like 9:30. They opened at 10. And I was fourth in line, I think, fourth or fifth, something like that. And two of the people in front of me were actually a group, so they went in as one person. So really, I was third or fourth or something like that. So not bad for showing up half an hour early.
Yeah.
It was kind of cold, so maybe that kept people away. Or maybe it was a list. I don't know.
Maybe everybody was at Lowe's getting their free appliances.
Trying to get their free appliances, yes. Yeah, so I went to Reckless Records. New location, as I said. The process was very similar. You walk in, you tell them what you want. The setup was a little different. You did walk straight to the back of their new place.
Yeah, I wondered where they put it in there.
Just a small table, two people working it. They still had the register open for other people to walk in and wander and pick stuff up. I will say it felt like there were more people wandering Reckless when I left than had been in line.
Oh, interesting.
More people were there just to pick up records than they were to pick up Record Store Day shit.
That's interesting.
Which is kind of a cool thing to see because I've heard people bitch about Record Store Day, and I've got some complaints this year for sure that we'll talk about, but it's still cool to see that people are showing up not to support Record Store Day necessarily, but to support local record stores. Yeah. So let's get into it, I guess. The first one is this Led Zeppelin 7-inch. I'm a big Led Zeppelin fan, so I was like, fuck it, I'm going to get that. I don't think I've ever seen a Led Zeppelin thing on Record Store Day, so whatever, I'll pick it up. Not necessarily the biggest fan of 7 inches. We never really listened to them. It's just a pain in the ass to, put it on, listen to one song, flip it over, listen to the other song, and then switch it out and whatnot. So whatever. If we ever get like a big space or maybe like a studio space for our podcast or whatnot, and have the money to buy an old school like jukebox that plays 7 inches, I would love to get one of those and put our 7 inches in there. I think that'd be fucking awesome. But I picked up this Zeppelin 7-inch. It was a lot of fun to listen to. Great songs on it. It was like $15, so it wasn't that bad really. I'm glad I got that. The next one though, not so much. It's a 12-inch die cut album for Dying Fetus, the song Into the Cesspool. And I say the song because it's one fucking song. Yeah. The die cut's really cool. The song was really good. You liked the song a lot.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I like the record or like the album. I think it's really, really cool how they have it.
Yeah, I think that's fucking awesome. I flipped it over, put it on the back, dropped the needle, and it just sort of like made crackling noises, didn't do anything. I was like, what the fuck? Look into it a little bit more, and like, sure enough, it's just one fucking song on this 12-inch die cut. Again, as we said, the picture disc sort of image is really cool. The way it's cut is really cool. We have at least one other die cut.
You said that.
Ice Nine Kills. It's like a saw blade. I think I also got that at a Record Store Day, but whatever. Really, really cool. Except for the price for this one song, this one die cut. I paid $27.99 for this.
Yeah, that's kind of disappointing.
That was a fucking ripoff.
Yeah. I'm sure it was, it's more for, like, it'd be really cool if you're, like, a Dying Fetus fan or, like, collector or something like that. But for us just wanting it, that kind of sucked.
I believe it is an unreleased track. The first time on vinyl for sure, but I think it's unreleased. But at the same time, yeah, I need to do more research on this and not fucking just buy shit to buy shit. Like, this was a mistake for sure.
Yeah, the price is a mistake. I'm glad that we have the album. I'm glad I was able to hear the song, but yeah, I definitely wouldn't pay $28 for it again.
I'm pretty sure I can go in Discogs and buy it cheaper, or wait a year and get a lot cheaper or some shit. So, I've done this every year. There's one album I buy and it's like, God damn it, why the fuck did I buy that? Last year was, I think it was last year, was the Lamb of God live in Richmond, which was a fucking shit album.
Which is just, I mean, yeah, it was recorded in Richmond, but it's not live. I mean, it is live, but you don't hear like the live, like they cut out all the live aspects.
Yeah, which is what I wanted. I wanted to hear the crowd. I wanted to hear Randy's banter being back home. I wanted to hear him say like, fucking we're back home.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to hear that. So whatever. And then like another year I bought the Corey Taylor one, which was like one song. And then there's a different artist singing that same song on the back. Again, paid a fuck ton more than I should have paid for that album. So I need to do better and not buy just shit to fucking buy it. Like I could have definitely done without that. In any case, moving on. Last spring for the Record Store Day, they had The Grateful Dead on the Back Porch Volume 1. I didn't get that because we didn't go to Record Store. That was C2E2, and we went like the Monday after and picked a few things up, and they didn't have this Volume 1. But they had Volume 2 this year, and it's like, you know what? Dogfish Head a few years ago did a compilation of Grateful Dead. I liked that album they put together. I'm sure I'd like this as well. So I wanted to pick this up. I was expecting, I don't know what I was expecting, but they're all live recorded songs from live shows, which when I first started going to Dead shows and getting into them, I asked my friend, like, where should I listen? What should I listen to? How should I get started? And his response was, anything live. Just listen to them live and you'll be fine. So I thought that was really fucking awesome that they took live tracks from all over the place to put on here of just sort of a mixing of what they wanted. And I was like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to get that. The main reason I want to get it was because the first track is Dancing in the Streets, which I always, whenever I hear that song, I always think of Family Guy because there's like, they play the entire music video with David Bowie and Mick
Jagger.
Mick Jagger, yes, dancing in the streets, singing the song. And they like play it for like 5 minutes and then it cuts to Peter being like, and we let that happen. So whenever I hear that song, I think of that moment. So I saw that was on here. I was like, fuck that. I want to get that. It's going to be fun.
Is that a Grateful Dead song?
It is. Yeah. Okay. I did not know that either.
Cool. I like a Grateful Dead song.
Moving on, just a couple left here.
Yeah, we didn't get very many this
We did not get that many, yes. We got, though, Municipal Waste. And really, really cool vinyl. I love the pressing of this one with the green and the purple. It ties really well into the album artwork, which I love when they do that sort of mixing and whatnot. So that was fucking awesome. I think they only had one copy of this at this particular location.
And you got it?
And I got it. So
yeah, I did ask you, like, when you got home, I was like, were the other people in front of you metalheads? And you're like, no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
And it's like, that kind of helps because generally those are the albums that we gravitate towards. This time we only got, I guess Dying Fetus and this one are the only metal albums.
I did ask about In Flames. They had a live album, I believe. They did not have it at this location. They had it at the other two.
That happens a lot with Reckless. They don't have very much downtown, but if you go to like the
is it Logan Square?
Logan Square, yeah.
And then Lakeview.
Yeah.
That's their bigger stores for sure.
Yeah.
Which I thought they'd get more here because this is a new location that's bigger.
I was hoping so too. But I'm wondering if people just know that they don't have that much, so people don't really show up too much.
Yeah, and just the convenience of where this location is compared to where we live, as well as the fact that nobody goes there.
Yeah, kind of.
I don't have to get up at like 4 a.m. to go sit outside in the cold with everyone else.
Exactly.
So I'll buy this shit online later, right? Like, again. So In Flames, they didn't have that. I forgot to ask about Voivod. They might have had that. That's one of them that was on the list that I just forgot to ask for it. And then,
Crew?
No, Jazz Sabbath.
Oh, Jazz Sabbath, yeah.
They never have it at this location, and it pisses me off. Like, they have a really good blues section and jazz section, so it's like, where the fuck don't you, like, they have it at the other locations, but they never get a single copy at the downtown location, which is very, very frustrating, because every year there's a new Jazz Sabbath, and every year I'm like, do you have it?
What if they do get it every single year, and the employee wants to buy it?
Maybe. But
and then they just say we don't have it.
I don't think that's the case. I do not think that's the case. But anyway, back to Municipal Waste. We did listen to all these as well. They all sound great. This one, though, I was listening to this when we first got it that Friday. And I will say, listening to it, I do not remember them being that punky. Like, I thought they were a lot more thrash. And it made me look them up, and they're listed as a thrashcore band, I believe.
And are they actually thrashcore?
I think they are. And I was like, what the fuck is thrashcore? And it's like a punk and thrash sort of mix over or meld over type thing where they take influences from both thrash and punk, especially in the 80s. Karen just looked this up. It wasn't a thrashcore, it was a crossover.
Yeah, crossover
thrash. And that's when I was like, what the fuck is that? And this we're only bringing this up because we just did an episode, we just recorded an episode about Avatar and Spirit World. And Spirit World was, you called it thrashcore.
I did call it thrashcore, yeah.
And I was like, wait, I just remember reading about a band that was thrashcore. Yeah. But no, it's crossover.
I guess punk and hardcore could be, I would consider Municipal Waste having hardcore aspects, definitely. With the thrash aspects, I would definitely maybe consider them thrashcore. I mean,
listening to it, the sound definitely sounded that way.
Yeah.
The few times we've seen them live, it doesn't come off that way for me live. It comes off more thrashy live than it does anything else. The hardcore, punky sort of elements to me came from their antics on stage of throwing a trash can off the stage into the crowd and having the crowd throw it back at them and throw it
vice versa.
Their shows are so much fun. That's not to say that I didn't enjoy the album. It's just I wasn't expecting it to be that way.
I don't think I've listened to Municipal Waste much recorded, but definitely the live show has the energy and everything that is really, I mean, it's so great.
I love them live. They're so much fun. I'd love to see them again, but I'm glad we picked up. I think this is our first Municipal Waste album too. So I'm glad to pick one up, and the pressing is really, really cool.
The album's really cool, or the LP's really cool.
So I love when they do that. And our last one, real quick, Billy Joel. I'm a big Billy Joel fan. I like Billy Joel. Going to piano bars is one of my favorite fucking things to do of all time. So Billy Joel, I was excited to see this live in Long Island. It's going to be fucking awesome. It's him back home in New York playing like fucking his songs. It's going to be fucking awesome. And it looks old from like the 70s and shit, or 80s or something with like the photo and whatnot. So I was excited for this. I put side A on, and it's a fucking raps album. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It turns out it's a Little Dirk. I have no clue who he is.
I don't know who the fuck
that
is.
The entire first side of the album. I'm not going to say it wasn't a bad rap album. It was not the best rap album I've ever heard.
It's definitely
best rap music I've ever heard. It's definitely the worst I've ever heard. It's middle, to me, and I'm not a rap fan, it's middle road rap for me. Turns out, though, that that's a common issue with these. Or not necessarily common, but it's a known issue with this particular album. Because back in 2013, they released a box set with this album on it, and it was the same issue happened there. So I was doing a little bit more research, and what I think happened is the manufacturer of this had a bunch of leftover stock, and they just slapped a Black Label, or not Black Label Society, a Black Friday sticker, Record Store Day sticker on there. And we're like, we're just going to sell this as an exclusive, when really it was just back stock that they were trying to get rid of.
Because I think you were saying like that more than likely the master copy is fucked up, and they just used that to press all the albums.
Yeah, the mold that they used to press it was fucked up when they did it.
Yeah, that's what I meant by what I meant by master copy is the master mold.
So it was only that first side that got fucked up. So we're missing Allentown, My Life, and Prelude, Angry Young Man. So only missing 3 songs. I'm not the biggest Billy Joel fan to be like, I'm pissed about it. I think it's kind of funny, honestly. So I'm going to keep this. I know a bunch of people online are like, fuck, I'm glad I didn't get a fucked up one. I'm like, I don't care. It makes me laugh.
But the other part that made you laugh is side B starts because it's live, and he notices people are just showing up. And what does he say? Like,
do you think we had an opener?
Yeah, like, where have you been?
Did it say we had an opener?
Yeah. So it's kind of funny when you're listening to the album of like, because we did listen to all of side A. So then flipping it over, and then it's like, where have you been? Why are you late?
You didn't want to see Little Dirk play my opener?
Yeah, no, he did say that, but yeah.
Basically. And then he opens his concert with Piano Man, like his greatest hit. That's how he starts his concert. Like, come on, Billy, you know better than that. It was fun. I'm glad I got it.
The album is funny now.
Yes,
I like. Yeah.
So that was, I don't know. I'm gonna keep this. I'm not gonna buy it again and try to get it corrected or whatnot. I think it's funny, especially I forgot about that sort of. Did you think we had an opener? Yeah, you did. A Little Dirk, bud. They were your opener. It's funny. I like it. But yeah, that was the last item we got on Record Store Day.
Overall, for Record Store Day, not the best. I feel like we said that in April as well. But April, we didn't go to Record Store Day. It was just the stuff we bought afterwards.
Yeah. Not the best for metal by any means. I mean, there was some metal that was awesome to see, but like our store didn't have In Flames. The Jazz Sabbath they didn't have. I didn't ask about Motley Crue, but that's just Home Sweet Home, or whatever the fuck that song is, by like 4 different artists singing it and whatnot. So there were a few things, but yeah, not something that really stuck out to us for sure this year around.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll probably keep doing it.
Yeah, probably.
At least getting 1 or 2 things, but it's definitely going to go down. And I'm going to try to do better at
researching
the items and not getting shit. But the whole point for Record Store Day for me, to some extent, is getting out and buying new things and trying new music out. And we learned about Lil Durk thanks to Record Store Day. So
probably won't be listening to much of that.
Get out there, explore music by just buying music and listening to it and seeing what it's all about. And support your local shops, support your bands, your artists that you like by buying their music. So all that to say, get out there and support your music.
Bye.